Well, Kabasid, as you know, is involved in the industrial sector, especially production of some of these very, very crucial raw materials for the industrial sector. And because of that, you're seeing the company doing excellently well. Though it's also good to note that, especially with what we are seeing in terms of our market, which has been suffering because of the recession, the industrial sector has somehow been able to be resilient, especially during this time. And some of these counters are being able to record some gains because of that.
How affordable is the stock among the industrial blue chips?
Well, the last traded price, because it's still trading at a suspended point, the last trading price was 137. But in addition to what has been announced is that they are planning a rights issue of 2 for 1. And so you're seeing the share maybe trading at third the price, which will be in the range of maybe 40 to 50, which is going to be very affordable and very competitive among the industrial blue chips.
At a time like this, do you think that the company should be relisting?
Well, we are hoping that it should be able to be relisting, mainly because looking at some of the gains that it has been able to perform, like double-digit performance of 54%, as well as they are planning to do a final dividend payout of 5 shillings, and in addition to that, a special dividend payout of 5 shillings, which is very, very good. And also, such bonus issues are going to make the share very, very attractive.
And how do you think this will affect Centum? Because this company has acquired a 22% stake.
Well, the move to acquire 22% stake of Kabasid by Centum Investments looked very, very strategic, because if at all they had foreseen such an occurrence, basically it places them very, very strategically positioned because of the gains that such a counter will do once it's released. Because of the corporate actions that have followed that counter is definitely going to become one of the most speculative. And once it's released, we might see the share really doing very, very well in the market.
Well, moving over to the tourism stocks, why is TPS East Africa not performing well when Kenya Airways is showing some great results?
Well, TPS basically gave us some not so good half-one results, which were expected to be relatively a bit higher. Though right now there's still some bit of speculative pressure on that counter, because we're seeing the forward PE of 31, which is pretty high for such a counter. And have two results. We are hoping that they're going to be a bit better, because most industrial or tourism counters we're expecting they're going to perform better, because the tourism stocks are going to do fairly better because of the tourism growth, especially in the second half of the year.
And just before we go, briefly, how do you expect the market to close tomorrow?
Well, we are still within the 3,000 to 3,100 range, which we are seeing as though the market seems to be performing at. We are seeing some bit of gains. Over 30% of the counters today were showing up, and some of the counters to watch are the financials as well as the industrials. But we might continue trading within that range, especially for this period. Maybe towards the end of the year, at the end of the month, once dividend payouts come to people, we might see the market beginning to pick up.